It's my 20th episode. I can't believe it already. We're talking Bold and the Beautiful next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That's my music. Grab a drink, you guys. Whatever it is, enjoy me. Cheers to you. This is the Bold Breakdown, the Bold and Beautiful After Show here on AfterBuzz TV and AfterBuzzTV.com. I am your host, James Lott Jr., and I'm so glad to be back with you guys again this week. We'll talk about what happened on the Bold and Beautiful and show you some fun flashback scenes from the Bold and the Beautiful. It's been on for almost 30 years. You can follow me, of course, at James Lott Jr. on all the interwebs. As I said, interwebs. And, of course, the Bold Breakdown page is on Facebook. Go ahead and like us. Share with everybody out there in the world who loves Bold and Beautiful. There's a lot of fans of you guys out there. And also on Twitter, use the hashtag the Bold Breakdown. All right. I want to say hi to all my co-hosts who are watching. Candace Mack, Gisela, Ethel, Rodell. I see folks in here, watching in here. You sent me a clip? Oh, good. Of the Deacon. Okay, we'll talk about that later, of course. Like I said, it's our 20th episode. I'm so glad to be here to talk to you guys. We'll get right into my A Lot in Los Angeles. And I'm going to talk about a place that if you come to LA, it's actually in the Los Feliz area of Los Angeles. I'm going to show you some pictures, and my engineer will just show the pictures as I'm talking. It's called Mess Hall. Mess Hall has a really good brunch, and you know, folks, I love me a good brunch. It's really good from 9 to 3. They have brunch on Sundays, and it's on 4500 Los Feliz Boulevard. My favorite thing in the whole entire world is the Bloody Mary. It's a homemade Bloody Mary, and it is so good. Oh my God, it's so delicious. It tastes like it's like you can almost have that for breakfast. It's so good, or a couple for breakfast. Really good. And you can make it as spicy as you want or as mild as you want. Some people like them spicy, on the spicier side. Really good. I think the tomato juice is like from real tomatoes. It's just whatever. It's just the food is good there. They have hamburgers. They have salads. They have oysters. They have all kinds of stuff there. It's just so good. I'm just telling you. You can go to messhallkitchen.com for more details. But it's in Los Feliz area, which is a nice little area of northern part of Los Angeles, not far from Griffith Park. And it's another place you can go to for stuff. It's called the Mess Hall. It's called Mess Hall. Excuse me, not the Mess Hall. Mess Hall. Good food. I just love it there so much. Okay, and that's my lot in Los Angeles. We're going to recap Monday and Tuesday, of course. And I had to start laughing a little bit. We already started talking in here a little bit about some of this stuff on the chat room. Liam and Steffi. They already are setting up shop. They're back together. Pictures are being put up. They're lighting candles. They're just feeling so just like, you know, and they're dancing together. I don't know if I ever danced with somebody I moved in with. Like, we just started dancing. I don't know if we ever did that. Then they make love, of course. Now, you guys out there, you tell me, I kind of feel like, isn't she still married to Wyatt? Isn't she officially still married? So she's actually kind of cheating on her man. Being back with Liam. That's kind of crazy. So, no, Michelle, you're in. We just started. We started a little late, Michelle. So, no, you're good. We just started about 3 minutes ago. So, you're good. So, I thought it was just kind of interesting that they went ahead and have them make love so soon and move in together so soon. It's like, geez. It's like, it was kind of like, okay, they kind of just went there. So, it's kind of weird. Rick, Maya, Nicole had some Chinese food. Talks about just kind of about life and stuff, and about, you know, how they back her up without waiting to have the baby. Because you know how I feel about that creepy storyline. Women have a baby and just had one and kind of crazy. But here's my rant, you guys. I have a rant, so get ready. You guys know how I do. There were other ways, I believe, that they could have Nicole find out about Sasha and Zendi. I thought it was weird that they had a bedroom on the plane. I don't know how you guys feel about that. They had a little bedroom on the plane. I know it's a private jet, but like they had a bedroom. Now, when the plane landed, wouldn't the pilot say like, "We're landing"? Like would it say, "We're about to land. Buckle your seatbelts"? I mean, I was just like, "You're landing. How are you gonna land while you're laying down in bed with no seatbelts on?" That's the rant number one of this. But then Nicole gets on a plane. So rant number two, where's the pilot? Who just lets you on a plane? I know it's private jet. It's like, you're not a Forrester. I just let you on a plane. It's kind of weird. She walks in and finds them in bed together naked, arm in arm. I'm just like, oh my God. It's just like, it was a weird, awkward way of doing this, I think. It was just like on the plane. And of course, you know, she starts to storm out. He runs after her. He keeps saying how, but you had the baby. You had decided to have a baby. You decided to get inseminated. And she doesn't say anything, of course. She stays quiet. I'm just like, it just seems so awkward to me. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. But Rain Edwards, I agree. Rodell was amazing. Oh, when is Taylor coming to see her new grandson? I know they need to bring her back too. But yes, I agree. Sasha needs to get it together. Nicole is her sister. Yes, Michelle D, I agree. I think that they're sliding the character back a bit by having her go with him, Zendy, and follow him and be in bed. I'm like, she was moving on with Thomas. She was like trying to be a grown up. I hate the slide back. Gisela, of course, the Forrester men need a bed. The only reason they have a jet is to pick up women. That's a good one. I like that. Zendy was landing too. You guys are funny tonight. He got her laid while the plan landed. I know, it's like it was weird. I'm laughing with you guys. You're making funny comments, but it's just kind of weird. Nikisha, I go Nikisha Jones. I agree. It was unexpected. It's just like a weird kind of thing. And then on Tuesday, we kind of didn't really show them. They showed them a little later in the week, but on Tuesday we had Bill and Allison. So we finally pick up the whole Bill after the wedding thing. We haven't seen him in a few days, and they haven't heard from Brooke. Brooke and Katie talk, which folks was like, oh, they're talking. Okay, you and Brooke was like, oh, you're coming. You came here. And Katie's like, you're my sister. I can't be away from you forever, of course. But it was a funnier Katie. Wasn't she like a new and improved Katie? She was funny and sarcastic, and she was like throwing out the quips. She was just working it out. It was so good. And the line of the day for me, you guys, the line of the day was from Katie to Brooke. Seems like all's well in the world again. I go to bed with a book, and you go to bed with whomever you choose. Oh, I love that line. It was so funny. I like the writers had a good time with that one. She says, you make men crazy. Got two men fighting for you again. But then Brooke says something that I was like, I remember her mentioning this before to Ridge, where she says, you know, for a long time, I've always needed men. And in a sense, she's kind of been alone for a while, actually. You know, she's had, you know, Bill and there's some stuff going on there. But she hasn't been married in a long time. She's been by herself for a long time. And she kind of goes, I admire you because you're strong and independent. And Katie's like, I admired you because you always get a man. So it's kind of like a real life thing that would happen between sisters or brothers or friends, where you just kind of admire the other for certain things, whether it's good or bad. But I just thought, very interesting conversation. And I just loved the new Katie. Katie was just like, she was having a good time with that. And then of course, a little later, Bill comes in. And Katie leaves. She like just prances out. They rehash the wedding. Bill and Brooke rehash the wedding, and he asked her if she has any feelings for Ridge. Now, you guys out there, did you notice she didn't really answer? She just kept saying, "Well, I love you. We're gonna get married." He wanted to whisk her away, but she was like, "Not right now." And I just thought that's so funny. I just thought, okay, so like, oh, okay. 1 second, you guys. Candace Mack wants to defend Zendy and Sasha. Okay, Candace, what should you say? Hold up. I have to defend Zendy and Sasha. They have both been hurt by people they love, Nicole and Thomas. They needed comfort. Here's my question to you, Candace. This is a question. Did Thomas fully choose Caroline? Did we see that on air, that he fully chose her over? I know that Sasha kind of said, I'll step back. You need to go with your son. But I don't remember if they really actually had like a split. Did they? I guess, because it seems like they're just not together anymore. But you're defending them. Okay. That's one way of putting it, I guess. Okay. Back to regular schedule programming. Brooke and Rich talk, of course, and it was like, why didn't you run off with Bill and get married? She's concerned about RJ. She's trying to like be concerned about that. Meanwhile, we have Ridge versus Wyatt, Quinn, and Ivy. And he just name calls. Oh my God, that whole time just keeps name calling. Oh, it's so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. And she was like, Quinn's like, I am Quinn Forrester. Not Quinn Fuller, Quinn Forrester. The fashion show's coming up. We finally get a fashion show. I was like so excited. By Tuesday, we're getting a fashion show. I couldn't contain myself. She wanted to do a jewelry pass, which, you know, there's a fashion pass when it comes to the clothes, but she wanted to have like Ridge do these dresses and showcase the jewelry. Ridge was like, hell no. I wouldn't do that for you. I wouldn't do anything for you at all. Rich turns down. They outvote him. They're gonna do the jewelry pass. It's never been done apparently on runway, and so she's gonna do it anyway. And she's supposed to show Eric that she can really do it. And Ivy, Quinn, and Wise start talking. They're gonna improvise, decide to do black dresses and showcase the jewelry. And it's funny because she's like, I gotta do a speech. I gotta do stuff. She's like, a speech. I didn't know I was gonna do all that. But she says a line that was very important, you guys. I've changed. Just because I've changed doesn't mean I've eliminated all of my useful skills. Very interesting, you guys. When she said that, I was like, oh, okay. Let's see what you guys are saying in here. Ridge is her destiny for many years. Yes. Candace, hope you're not my sister. Wait, read the rest, James, because I said it was wrong for them to sleep together. It didn't come up in, I didn't see that. Oh, no, I see the rest of it. Okay, it broke up your sentence or whatever. But you understand why they got together. You understand that part. Okay, got that, Candace. We're gonna talk about the fashion show when it comes to Friday. We're gonna talk about this. I like the clothes too, so we're gonna talk about that in a second. Ivy does need a storyline. I totally agree. I just got back into Maurice. Oh, hey, Maurice Barnett. I just got back into B&B after a 4-year break. What's with this new Rich? He's so mean. See, folks are saying that he's really mean, and he is so evil to Quinn. It's just so funny. But Quinn's taking care of herself, though. She kind of likes that thing a little bit. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is my first flashback, the bold flashback. Is because Eric and Katie have great conversations. She helps her with some stuff with the kids. And Eric has a long history with the Logan family. He used to actually date Beth Logan. Of course, he married Donna and Brooke. But he has a history with them. And I want to show this scene from some years back between Stephanie, who we miss her so much, and Robin Riker, who's a great actress who just played some scenes on General Hospital. She played Beth Logan for a little bit. And here's a clip of that.
Really good of you to let me see Eric.
You're welcome. Beth, I have to confess, your phone call took me off guard, which is why I asked you please not to make the visit about Donna. I hope you kept your word.
I did. I was just afraid that with everything that's been happening to all of us, that I might not get a chance to see Eric again.
Yes, well, that's what we were all worried about.
Oof. He's making a remarkable recovery.
That's a miracle. Look, about Donna.
I think it might be better if you and I didn't discuss my daughter.
I just don't want you to think that I'm being spiteful where she's concerned.
No, I know that you feel you're doing what's best for Eric, and...
Oh, I absolutely do feel I'm doing what's best for Eric. His recovery is tenuous. I mean, you saw that for yourself.
Yes, and I know, better than most, what it feels like to think that you're losing that which is most precious to you, and how desperately one wants to hold on.
How are you doing?
I'm doing... one day at a time. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to live every moment to the fullest. I have my good days and my bad days.
This seems to be a good one.
Yes. Seeing Eric helped. It made me believe that one shouldn't give up on believing in miracles.
I feel that exact same way. Every time I walk in the room and look in his eyes and see all that love, I know it's a miracle.
Thank you again, Stephanie. I mean it. And please, tell Eric that he is in our thoughts and our prayers.
So I want to show that. Robin Riker's a great actress. Like I said, she was just on General Hospital recently. And she's been on for a long time. There are several Beth Logans, but that was one I wanted to show you guys. You're welcome. That's Hayden's mom from GH. Yes, it is. If you watch General Hospital, that's Hayden's mom. Yes, Rodell. It's so funny. Yes. Queen Stephanie. We love her, of course. Okay, let's go to Wednesday's episode, the middle of the week. It showed Eric standing up, fully erect, standing up and kissing Quinn. And then Steffi is still going through another tattoo removal session. It looks so painful. I know she's acting, but it looks so painful. Anyway, the laser is just hitting it. It's like, oh my God, it's so crazy. And I love that later she talks to Wyatt about that. Zendy and Sasha are thrown back together again, do test shots for the fashion show. He fills her in on that she didn't, they consulted both of them. They feel bad. Maya and Nicole are talking. Everybody feels heartbroken. Everybody's upset. Katie and Eric still are talking. So Katie tells Eric that she needs help getting little Will into one of the best schools in Los Angeles, Westside Prep. And I love the use of kind of like character and history, that there are folks out there who wouldn't like Bill Spencer, Dollar Bill. And she says, he doesn't, using his name doesn't help any. So, and Eric, of course, would have a great reputation. He says all the kids went there. So I love that she went to Eric to ask, and Eric said, of course, he would do it. And also, they said that Eric's name was on the gymnasium wall, so they had a gym named after him. You think Eric and Katie gonna bring back Crazy Quinn? I guess they showed Eric and Katie together a lot this week, didn't they? It was like they were together a lot. Stephanie and Quinn are talking, and she notices that the wedding ring removal, she's having it removed. Quinn wants Stephanie to stay married to Wyatt. Because remember, Quinn had nothing against Stephanie at the time. She was fine with her and Wyatt. They went together. You know. They just want them still together. And she's like, I don't want to be with him anymore. I got to take this all off so it's not a reminder. And then Quinn asked Stephanie to work with her. And she's like, what? Zendy and Nicole finally meet up again, and Zendy apologizes. But Nicole, like you said, Rain Edwards did a great job. Nicole did a great job defending herself and saying, but you reacted to me. Just because you thought I did this thing without your consent, you went and slept with my sister, who you know that would hurt me from before. It's like, exactly. Like, I was like, you really can't defend yourself. You keep saying, well, you did this. It's like, but no, you went and did something. If it was some random chick, it'd still be bad, but like, you went back to the sister and I was like, it's just so wrong on so many levels. Jeez and crackers. And I like that she stood up. She was just like, no, it's just not good. You know, but either way, I didn't even do it. I thought of you and didn't even do it. And so you're so quick to do it. Nicole is queen. I know. It's kind of like, she worked it out. I gave her points for that one. She did a really good job. Okay, so now the bold bring back. We can't bring back Macy because she's dead and so I've been back. But I liked having all the Forresters together and talking. This is a great clip that I want to show from Macy's funeral in 2000. That's 16 years ago. Let's show that.
I never wanted to hurt Macy. I was trying to stop from hurting Macy.
It's Sally Spectre, you guys.
The truth. That's why I asked her for a divorce.
Brooke was in the car with Macy. What was she doing in the car with Macy?
She had been hounding Macy. She was pushing her to try and get the divorce through sooner.
That's not true.
They were pounding her so much
that music in the background.
She started drinking again.
She wasn't drinking that night.
But she was in despair that night, wasn't she? Because of you and what you did. You and your mistress.
You and Brooke?
I love it.
You and Brooke, you... God! God! God, you stupid, stupid fool! You stupid fool!
I love it. Woo! All right, kids, I just showed that. I keep showing Stephanie a lot of these scenes, which is that Susan Flannery is so good and why she deserved all the Emmys she got. CJ was in there, and Clark as a whole. And Sally. I missed them. May she rest in peace, Darlene Connolly. But also Thorne is a great actor. I mean, Windsor Harmon is such a great actor. Like, bring him back on full time. He's so good. I can see him with Katie. I see it in here. You say Katie. I can see him with Katie. Sally needs a beat down. Sasha's beat down. Yes. I forgot what happened to CJ. Actually, I forgot what happened to him. But I'm gonna bring up what someone brought up in here already for Thursday. When Zendy and Nicole finished their fight, verbal argument, and Zendy's like, we can get through this. My favorite line that day was from Nicole to Zendy, you slept with my sister again. How could you be so weak? I was like, ooh, she broke it down. She broke it down. I'll tell you when the writers are on, they are on. And I was like, that's a great line. You were completely weak. Just one little thing went down, and you ran back to Sasha. Nicole's like, it's too late. Too late. She's like, too late. Sorry. Bye, MFer. Get out. Nope. She's like, not doing it. Meanwhile, Quinn's trying to convince Stephanie to work with her, stay married to Wyatt. She's not having it. Katie and Eric, again, they were honest that day, and they were just kind of talking about the stress. And he calls in, and yes, Will is in. He gets in to this thing. Let's see. Pam, Charlie, Wyatt, Stephanie, and Quinn have a meeting. Zenny and Nicole are busy, apparently. Thomas is in New York with Caroline and Douglas, which is kind of weird. You have a big fashion show for your company. You should be there, but that's another story. They're still just planning the fashion show and waiting to go well. Quinn's going to MC the show, which kind of caused a lot of tension with that, and do a tribute video to Eric. Then Pam and Quinn had a moment, which I was like, oh, is Crazy Pam coming back? Because it was like, she said, I've been talking to Stephanie about you. She's not happy. And Pam just goes off. And then Quinn's like, Pam, you don't scare me. And I was like, oh my God, you better watch out. I liked it. I liked that Pam wasn't so mousy. She was like, remember Pam was crazy back in the day. She did a lot of stuff back then. And so on the runway, the lights go out. I was scared for Quinn. The lights went out. She's on the runway, kind of like looking around, like calling people's names out. The lights come back on, and Pam goes, don't scare you, huh? And scared the F out of her. It was so funny. I was like, oh my God, it was so funny. So I was like, crazy versus crazy. I like that. I could go more Pam. I can go for it. I can totally go for it. I'm all in. Thought it was a great little scene. Friday we had it was the fashion show. Basically, the fashion show happened. I loved the dresses. I agree with you guys. The dresses were so cute. Great colors. I'm trying to figure out, was it for spring 2017, I guess? I don't know. I just think I was trying to figure out what that's. I guess that was, I don't remember them saying anything. Katie brings over champagne to Eric to say thank you, and he can't drink it, of course, because he's recovering. They watched the fashion show together, and he mentions a piece of history. I was trying to find a clip of this, and I was having a hard time finding it. I'll find it maybe next time. Saying, well, when you ran Forrester, Katie, you did a good job. And I was like, that's right. Like, hasn't everybody ran Forrester at this point? I should run Forrester next. I should come in there and run it. By James Lott Jr. So Brooke, Rich, and Steffi are there. Rich is as a big showstopper that he's like, I'm not going to give it to this fashion show. He wants her to fail so bad. He's forgetting about the company in general and its success just to hurt her and his own pride. Maya confronts Sasha for a minute, and they're supposed to walk out together for that whole jewelry pass. They all look pretty. Sasha looked beautiful. Maya looked beautiful. They all had a scene. Yes, they had Candace right there. We had to stay at a scene with a couple other models, and they were supposed to walk out. They walked out and stood there. Everybody was confused. They're like, what's going on? I loved it. They played some cool music. Then each person walked the runway, really showcasing the jewelry. If you notice, all their nails were done. Everything was good. And so, what's about that? That comes by in a second. And it was just that was an interesting thing. But I love the line from Quinn. There's some great lines this week when Maya and Sasha said, we can't walk out together. We need to switch or something. And Quinn goes, I got 99 problems and a switch ain't one. I'm like, I love it. It was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. The fashion show goes out there, and then there's no showstopper. And Quinn, they start panicking, and she pleads to Steffi and to come on, Steffi, because Rich is just not having it. And she pleads, like, come on, guys, we can't just end like that, and then it'll ruin everything. And so they're like, trying to work it out. So all of a sudden, I almost said Ashley Brewer, that's her real name. Ivy announces, and now the showstopper. We're all kind of like, what's going on? Like, what's going to happen? Like, there's no showstopper. Because the gown was fit for Steffi. So anybody else was taller, they couldn't do it. But I remember, Rita was kind of around Steffi's height. And then, Steffi pleads with them. Wyatt pleads with them. Rod's like, no. All of a sudden, and now the showstopper. And there's a woman from behind in this gown, which I see somebody on here said, Marie said you didn't like the neckline of the showstopper. And all of a sudden, she turns around, and it's Quinn in the dress. She looks so beautiful. Rita Sofer is so beautiful. She looks so good in the dress. And she puts it on, and she walks the runway. And the people are clapping. It works out together. Then he announced Ridge Forrester. Come on down. Ridge begrudgingly comes out. Oh, my God. And I love, while they're standing there smiling, holding hands, taking pictures, he's all, I hate you. I hate everything about you. And I was sitting there thinking, you guys already wrote it. We talked about it already before the show. I have a feeling Ridge and Quinn might do something. there's so much hatred. I think it might also be the actors. The actors have great chemistry, Rena Sofer and Torsten K, and you could tell they're having fun trading barbs at each other. Like they just say these things at each other. And you know, Quinn did work that runway. She did. But it was her moment. But it's just like they have this chemistry. Maybe we're looking too much into it. I don't know. But I was like, wow, they're gonna one day hate each other so much and have hate sex. Ooh, hate sex is the best. Oh my God, I love it. You guys are saying it in here too. So I love when Quinn grabbed his hand on the room. I know. The earrings are really cute. Relationship goals. Just, oh, that's pretty funny. The dress, I just love them standing there. The lights are going. They succeeded. The show was I guess we'll find out this week is a hit. And I just love I love it. I love it. Just so good. And that's how the week ended on that note. So this week, I guess we'll find out the aftermath of the fashion show, which I have a feeling is a hit. So I think that's probably the thing. I have one more clip to show you guys, the bold flashback, because we saw a little bit of Crazy Pam come back. Here's a clip of Crazy Pam and Miss Donna.
You have no idea who you're messing with. That's it.
She threatened to kill me.
How can you be so cruel?
Eric deserves so much better than you.
I've been diagnosed as a borderline personality with bipolar disorder, and if you don't back off, if you don't leave Eric alone, I will take you with me, Donna, to my deep, dark places. You just made this personal. You, Donna, will become my obsession.
Don't move.
Oh my God, it was you. You attacked me at the house.
Stand still.
And Eric, you tried to kill him too.
Not me. You. None of this would be happening, Donna, if it wasn't for you. What you put my sister through. Eric and Stephanie are supposed to be together, not you. But you wouldn't give him up. You wouldn't let go. Why wouldn't you just let go?
That's why you did this. Because if Stephanie couldn't have Eric, nobody could.
No. Something went wrong.
So you can see the rest of the scene online, of course. The bear in the cabin, pouring honey on her. At the fashion show, pouring honey and glitter on her. She was so... Aileen Mills was so good in this. It's like, I remember her from The Mother on the Wonder Years. It's like, she can actually act. This was crazy. It was such a great scene with them. And of course, Jennifer Garris did a great job as Donna. But crazy, she was crazy for a while. She was crazy. So I love it. Pam gave Sharon a run for her money with her crazy eyes. Of course, Sharon of Young and the Restless. Now I see they could have had GC Buzz cover the Forrester. Yes, it's so funny because it is in the same universe, Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful, and people are friends. They could have had that covered, I guess. They didn't. They could have had Lauren come back on the show, all kind of stuff. So I want to show you a little bit of that because Pam was Crazy Kins. So she's kind of like calling kettle black a little bit when she talks to Quinn. It's like, well, you're kind of crazy too. But if they bring back some more Crazy Pam now, I'm all in. I am all in, you guys. Veronica, you are late. It's about to end the show right now. You are late. We missed you this time. But I will not be here next. There will be no show next week, the 20th, unfortunately. But I will be back the weekend of Thanksgiving, that weekend. Or yeah, I think it's that weekend. Or how this works, the following weekend. I'll be back and with a whole new episode of Bold and Beautiful. You guys can follow us on our Facebook page, The Bold Breakdown. Use the hashtag Bold Breakdown on Twitter. My handle is James Lott Jr. You guys are the best. You guys are the best fans. Throughout the week, you talk to me. You like my stuff on social media. You share this with other people and other groups because there are a lot of Bold and Beautiful fans out there. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I love doing the show. You guys have helped influence the show of what I show on here with the clips. You guys are loving the clip. I'm bringing more clips for you guys. Again, keep telling me more of what you would like to see, and I'll bring them. Someone on here said they sent me a clip of Deacon and Amber. So I'm trying to find some that actually work. There's a guy who put a lot of clips on that are in German or whatever, and I can't really show the hell they're too loud. But yes, you guys are the best, and you guys influence how how I do the show for you guys. Thank you so much. Follow us on AfterBuzz TV. Go to iTunes. Go to YouTube under the Bold and Beautiful After Show. Find us, like us, rate us, comment. Tell me how much you like me in the show. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.